Welcome back to what is assuredly the final episode of our Continental Challenge Mode run. Well, Continental Jurassic difficulty. Sandbox, not a challenge mode. I misspoke. We've got our Euoplos ready to go. I think we'll do a second batch of these guys. Probably, because both of our existing species enjoy their presence. Unless, of course, they don't enjoy them. I like the green. I like the base green color we've got here. This looks way better. It looked really dark. This is saturated enough and bright enough that it looks really good. Especially with the black spines. I really like this. Euoplo already is, like, awesome looking.
This is a Euoplocephalus.
Euoplocephalus.
Relatively
Yes.
harmless dinosaur.
We got a Green Bay Packers one right here. Champlain Papurana. This one's Champlain Calcarana. So that one's white. Oh, the head pattern's really interesting. This is like really weird with like the kind of asymmetric striping. Interesting. Interesting. I'm actually not sure if I like that or not, to be honest. And this one's blank. Even the blank's not bad. I kind of like the blank, honestly. Honestly, that's a solid-ass blank in my book. The striping between the spikes is nice, but it's almost distracting in a way. Whereas, like, this pattern really emphasizes the way the spikes pop out of the green
Just stay out
coloring.
of the way of the heavy club on his tail. If it swings that your way, you could be relatively finished.
Yeah, and you're happy with everybody you live with. Okay, you have ground leaf. We need ground fruits. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So we can put some ground fruit in this section. We can replace a bit of the trees here. That gets a little bit in. We can pop over this way and get some in. And we can throw a bit over here where we've kind of got this untouched section. Maybe a little bit down there. The bulk of it's we're gonna want to have over here. So we'll kind of just trim the trees back a little bit. Maybe on the southern expanse and back over this way. Maybe a little bit in here too. Alright, so that could have disrupted the other territories maybe. Struthies are way up in this corner, which is awkward. We could throw some ground leaf in some other areas. Maybe entice them away from just sitting over there. We're gonna let the Struthies kind of move around and like sort their shit out eventually. The Euoplos are probably gonna take a little while to move, but they should also be pretty good eventually. Let's do a second batch. I think we'll switch the colors up. So we've got one North American skin that's unused. Should we switch the colors up? Let's look at the ratings. 88% appeal. We might need that additional species to mitigate this penalty. Let's not mix up the pattern, the base color then. Let's leave it alone. We will do a second batch, but we'll keep it as Champlain. Second batch, we're going to airlift into the main section down in here, I think. Just to make sure they spread out a bit more. Vehicle under threat. Vehicle's like always under threat. Oh, and our pterosaur might have... You need to go eat. Are you bugged? Go eat. Go eat. Go to a fish feeder. Go to a fish feeder. Don't eat a friend. Eat a fish. Fishes are friends that you are supposed to eat. There you go, buddy. Good job, you. Alright. Oh, okay. Comfort 90%. Why? Oh, because the storm just kicked in. Duh. Yes. Yes. Shelter coverage, 99%. What other ratings might have dipped? Only shelter, it looks like. Probably what happened is Gulf of Mexico's got more attention on it. Yep, and it needs a shelter. Okay. That's all logical and easy and self-explanatory. Drop a shelter right there. Building damaged. Okay, unidentified ailment discovered. Undiagnosed, undiagnosed. 2 of these, probably a bad feeder, yeah? For now, let's make sure we just get the medical scan done first. If it's the feeder, we'll have to deal with it in a second. Ranger team, you can go fix this. Fix the Antarctica viewing gallery. Okay, lots of other damage. What do we got? The entryway is damaged. This is damaged. Go do it. Ranger team on Tsintaos. Why don't you get out here and repair this gate? What else we got going on? A little bit of damage there. You can fix that. That's fine. Aviary situation's okay. Like, okay-ish, you know. It sucks that there's an issue going on. Injury. What is your injury? Minor fracture from combat. So they were fighting. That's a Mara. That's a trope. So they did have some sort of altercation, which I don't like. It appears to be relatively minor though. What are you, broken? Oh, the power's out. Come on, buddy. Turn, please. Turn radius. Pathetic. Return radius sucks. Alright, so that'll fix that. What else is busted? That stuff's already queued up. Any damage to the fences? Fences appear to be intact. I can't even queue this up, which is obnoxious. Alright. Medicate. Check that one. Okay, Ranger Team. That is not the Ranger Team button. You are the Ranger Team button. Okay, what do we got? We got that to fix. Any other issues? It's all, it seems everything's fine or queued up to be fine. Okay. Euoplocephalus. Your comfort is 100% now. Fantastic. How's everybody else feeling? 100%. 93 on you, but you're lonely somehow, which is a lie. You're bugged out. How are you bugged out? You're fine now. Very weird. Is that a skittish thing? That might be a skittish thing. You are skittish. That might be a skittish-related bug. That doesn't feel intentional. That very much feels like a bug. Resupply you. We can open the shelters. You're somehow stuck. How in the world are you somehow stuck, vehicle? See that? Wow, amazing. It's called a 3-point turn, you idiot. Okay, what's wrong with you? Undiagnosed ailment. Have you not been scanned? You're being scanned. Don't get stuck on Central America, bud. Where are you trying to... What are you trying to do? Trying to repair that. Broken wing. That is probably a major treatment thing. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll do it then. I'll take control, you dummy. Cars. Yeah, he probably just can't path back in here. Do we even want to repair this? It's actually not properly broken. It's just damaged. So if we repair it, it cuts power to that section of the park, which actually doesn't matter because who cares? Just fix it. Looks like it actually isn't even going to cut power. Alright. Grab you. Excuse me? Grab you. Treat you. You can be this one. Alright. Get that treated. Let's get these Euoplos hatched. 2 viable eggs. A mere 2 eggs. Both blank patterns. I did say I liked the blank on this one. So that's my fault. I tempted fate, and fate has chosen to give me blank Euoplos. Fossils are in. Let's get those processed too. Sell some plat. Sell some bugs. Some shells. The shells are just bugs, I guess. Don't question it. Atten's going up above half there. Toss you onto this job. Go out and dig up more. Keep going for Attens. Alright. What was our appeal rating at now? 90%. Yeah, so I think if we get the Attens in, we're probably good to go. To be honest. I don't think we'll need Dracorex, so we probably won't bother. I'm more interested in testing out the Attens with the Plesies. Yeah, we're not going to process those. Release via airlift. Let's go 1, 2. Yeah, because their territory is still primarily up in this direction. They are mostly in view, though, so it's not bad. Well, this was an interesting park build. A little bit of a retrospective. Got some really crazy shapes on our enclosures because they're based on continents, which comes up with some, keeps us skewed away from the usual kind of square builds we tend to gravitate towards. Personally, I really like the efficiency of a well-placed park. What is your problem? Panicking. Are you skittish? No, see, you're not skittish. This is just a panic-related bug. Why are Wuerhosauruses fighting now, too? What is that about? Are you guys getting old? They're probably getting old. No, they're only 60. That's weird. No problem. Not a big deal, but like... Yeah, look at this! And now he's... Is that a deliberate mechanic, maybe? They get startled by, like, the tours, and then they, panic, and they actually separate from the herd temporarily. That's interesting. Yeah, that might be a deliberate choice. There's a lot of panicked dinosaurs in here at any moment, it looks like. We could knock this down a few notches in terms of cars, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. Get you back. The Euoplos are fighting for dominance. That's not unexpected. Who died? Died in a fight with a Wuerhosaurus. Okay. Really, my dude? You got your ass killed? That's pathetic. Alright, how many of you are left? Still 6. That's plenty of Wuerhos. Bad fish feeder. Ranger team, report. Clean that out. Alright, and then we got an injury over here, and that is just surface wounds. I think that is a medvan treatment. Yep. Okay. Fossils are done. Or fossils are in, I mean. 60 plus 21, 27, so that gets us up to 87. We're going to have to do at least 1, if not 2 more digs. It very well might be 2. Rest of you. Go do the thing. Go do the thing.
Asset transportation in progress.
Salmonella's done.
Asset has been delivered.
Okay, so how are you guys doing with your merge territory? You have good margin on ground fruit, okay amount of leaf. Other stuff's all really good. Everybody else is happy. I think I'm going to do a 3rd batch of Euoplos because we can easily support them. Like, if this was a real park build, if this mode is actually properly difficult like it should be and isn't, we would do this. We would definitely want like a 30 Euoplo set in here. 5 is a good healthy amount, but we can definitely swing up to like 8 or something. Get a little bit more population density in this enclosure to make it a little more analogous to the Asian enclosure. Yeah, what is the deal with this? I never noticed so much of this like getting separated from the herd stuff going on before. Who died now? Rana and Calcarana, sure. Rest. Hunted down by Amara. Amara got hunted down by Amara. Do you see a problem with that? I see a problem with that. It's called that's bullshit. Yeah. This is why pterosaurs, at the end of the day, I don't think are really worth it. Even with singular species, they just kill each other for no good reason. Not all the time, but we lose like 1 or 2 pterosaurs per park build to no obvious issue in the enclosure. They just kill each other. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Let's put you guys... Let's put one by the water to try and make sure these territories link up. And then we'll put the other one over here on the hill. Something like that. More fossils coming in 20 seconds, so there's no reason to cut. We'll have to check out our new Oplos. We might do another batch of pterosaurs. We'll see what the Attens do for us. 81 and 5. This is a good haul of Atten fossils. They're actually done. We got 2 processes to run, but they are complete.
Asset being transported.
Well, let's check these guys out. Then I'm going to reevaluate the aviary a little bit and see if we want to put out more. Yeah, okay, so we already had Rana. Rana was the Green Bay Packers. Got it. And what about you? You were Calcarana. Was that not the white? I can't tell because we're just stuck above you. Oh, wait, you know, you're blank. You're not the new one. Oh, it's not on the ground yet. There he is. Okay, so you got... are you the same as the other one? Or is this more of a pink-red around the white? Champlain, Calcarana. Papurana, Calcarana. Nope, we already had Calcarana. Okay, well, we got no new patterns. They're just all the same every time. That's fine. And you guys are actually still good on ground leaf, which is great. Nice big herd of Euoplos. That's pretty sick. I like that. Okay. Where's that leave us at on the appeal? 86% now on account of death. Death and decay. Fossils are done. Let's get the rest of the Attens. And the Ichthyes here just cleared out of the way. Actually finishes the Ichthy too. We're not going to use that, of course, but it is done. Let's do genetics and just speed this up. Then we can get those Attenboros hatched ASAP. We'll get the Attenboros out, and then we'll do probably aviary species to fill up the rest of the appeal requirements. Yeah, because like the open space need here is easily met. The water need's easily met. Tropog is a little bit worse with forest, but still a great margin. And the Cearadactylus is rocking out with, yeah, easy safety margins too. You know what? Let's just do them. Let's just send the batch of each again. Why not? Cearadactylus, genetics 8. Maaradactylus, genetics 10. And then when the fossils are done, we'll get the Attenborough going with the other genetics guy. Alright, there's the Attens. So, Attenborough. We've got 5 Plesies in here. Oh, what skin do we do the Plesies with? Those have... Why am I blind? Svalbard. Oh, I'm not blind. It actually clips off and you gotta scroll down. Haha! Justified. Yeah, these have to be Svalbard. That's the only European pattern, isn't it? I think it is, right? Yeah. Svalbard, random, Attenborosaurus. Let's do... Get that cleared up, get this cleared up. Leaves us with enough to go tolerant. Let's do that, because they're going to live with a lot of plesies, potentially. And maybe it'll reduce the odds of them eating the plesies. I think they can live together safely. I do think that is true. Can we give a point of genetics to Marsh? Marsh, train, 13 genetics, confirm. I really do like what we did with our scientists this run. I think that was really cool. Yeah, there's that. Cearadactyluses are ready to go. 3 viable. Skittish and vulnerable. That seems probably fine. Yeah, we'll use you. Save the 12 for somebody else. Maaradactylus is just about done too. Select eggs. 2 of these. We got strong, tolerant. Sure. That's a 7. We can do the 2 of 4s here. There's that. 40 seconds on the Cearadactylus egg hatching now. Then we get the Tropeson thing. Release them. Any of you guys stuck anywhere? No, you're just resting on the viewing galleries. Wuerhosaurus is fighting. Cearadactylus is released. Alright, they're good to go. Oh, we do need to keep an eye on Cohab, actually. Yeah, 49% Cohab. You know what? %. Yeah, we can't actually overdo this too much. How are they at 49 when there's... I don't think these numbers are actually going to hold. Unless the Cearadactyluses are more acceptable for some reason. Well, anyway, yeah, it is a slight problem. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Amazon rainforest, Rana. That's it. All right. Looks like, yeah, I really can't tell too much. A little bit of purple on the crest there, maybe. Lithobates, that's a red crest for sure. Yeah, some red patterning on the wings. Lithobates as well. And Papurana, Calcarana. Rana is new. The wing pattern is pretty similar. Oh, yeah, you could see the crest there has got a little bit more color to it. A little bit, maybe pink? A little hard to tell. Unfortunately, it's dark out, so we can't do too much. Let's make sure we treat these idiots. Medicate, medicate. And we're going to keep an eye on these guys and see if they actually are okay. I wonder if tolerant has a different calculation effect here. It's really weird to me that everybody's sitting like right at the bubble of 48, 49%. 47, I mean... Huh. 49. It's weird. It's just weird that the Cearadactyluses would have the same rating on Cohab as the other species when there's 5 Cearadactyluses and only 2 of each other species. And you're injured as well. That's a concussion. You dummy. Let's get these guys going. 5 eggs. Okay, we've got 5 plesies. The plesiosaurs are basically maxed. I'm suspecting 5 Attens doesn't work, but we'll release all 5, I think, and then we'll remove them as need be. Rana, Pulkarana, Blank, and Pilo. I mean, we could just pull back on one, but we have $30 million. It really doesn't matter. Let's do the 12 so that they can rest. And then, what do we do with the other eggs? So these are still incubating. We'll release these and see what happens. Because now I'm curious for science's sake. If there's some weird quirk with the way tolerant works that kind of caps the discomfort from just adding members to a species. Like, clearly if we put in another species, they'd all be uncomfortable. So 3 is kind of the limit. But I'm just trying to figure out how the population mechanics actually really work. Broken claw, undiagnosed. Medical team must still be on the way. Yeah, there they are. Alright, you're done. Get you over here. You need somebody to kiss your boo-boo. This guy will kiss your boo-boo. Euoplocephalus. Undiagnosed ailment. Damaged tooth. Is that a easy fix? Yes.
A broken tooth will likely slow this animal down.
Alright, let's go ahead and drop this. I feel like we've got too many vehicles still. Let's do the 5.
Monitor its feeding habits.
Just try and mitigate a little bit, like the rampant panicking that seems to be going on in there, because it seems a little messy. Maaradactylus, 2. Let's release them, see what happens. For science. Missing fish. That's not true. Comfort should be just easily 100%. Because their cohab won't change, or it shouldn't change, because, you know, more Maaradactylus is not going to affect Maaradactylus' cohab. Pulkarana. Can't really tell too much during the night. What do we have in the other ones? We got Rana, Paparana, and then Pulkarana and Pelophylax. So they're all different. Yeah, I mean, Maaradactylus really, the pattern color doesn't change the look too much. I like the base look with the pattern, it's just you don't really get much of a difference out of it when you change it. Which can be good if that's what you're looking for. Maybe the blue here is kind of part of the pattern. Yeah, because this one's got the brown, or this like blackish brown look to it. Yeah, I mean, they're really dominated by their base colors. Now, how does everybody else feel about this? The Cearadactylus still show as content. Where's a trope? Why can I not find a trope for the life of me? Are they stacked? They're stacked up in here. 49%. Yeah, there's some stuff going on here with this cohabitation mechanic that I don't understand. For sure. 50%. It is ticking up. I mean, we've seen cases before where it's like a 1% cohab for every additional population added. So maybe that's what it is. Once they're tolerant, it like makes it tick up by only a single %. That's not true for some of the other dinos, because we had an enclosure where we put in Pseudoceratopses, and then they got like 5% per dino that came in or something crazy like that, because they got really cranky really fast. Well, so far this seems like it works though. 97% appeal. The Attenboros definitely tip us over into completion then. Assuming this remains stable, of course. We definitely want to keep an eye on this for science and potentially remove a Cearadactylus or 2 or something if we have to, but it looks pretty good. We got quite the flock hanging out here on top of this viewing gallery. Can you see them from inside? Yeah. Just, they can... It really looks like there's no glass on the roof and they can just shit right on you. Which, I mean, is a unique experience. It's not why I would go to a theme park. But, I mean, you know, we support all people's fetishes here on the channel. We're open-minded. If that's your thing, you know what? You do you. I'm not going to comment on it. How are those Attens coming? still a couple minutes. The Attens definitely finished the park. So that's like the last remaining thing, the last remaining science experiment is to see if this exhibit is stable. So we'll pause here. We'll let the dinosaur spotted. Paras. Neat. Cool. We're not going to do it, but that's cool. I'd like to see those. I wish there was a way to make them more common so that we could do a park build solely based off of those live capture missions. That'd be so cool. See, that was my big hope, is that we'd see the live capture stuff as like its own park mode. Okay, they're fighting, minor fractures. As long as they don't kill each other. This is the third fight, though. Oh, but that was a dominance fight, because those are both Maaradactyluses. So that's fine. I wonder if the hunting down was a dominance fight gone wrong. Because that does seem to be a chance that any dominance fight can end in the death of a dinosaur. But they should be dominance fighting if they came out in the same batch, which they did. No, I think it's a bug. It's a weird hunting thing that happens in aviaries. Nah, yeah. That wasn't a dominance thing that killed the other Maaradactylus. These guys are still happy. It's actually back down to 49% cohab, so... We're not going to release any more pterosaurs. We're not going to push our luck. But that's totally viable 3-species aviary here. It's pretty good.
Transportation complete.
Like, what is the total appeal in this exhibit? It's like 200 for tropes. Sarah is half that, 89. I mean, the big thing is the type diversity, right? The species diversity does this a lot of favors. 120. Yeah, so we've got 2 tropes, that's 400. We've got 4 Maras for another 400, and then like 5 Cearadactyluses for like 250-ish. This is over 1,000 appeal. And we could still... Like, this could have been shrunk down. 1,000 appeal, 3 species, a relatively small footprint in the park. Not bad. It just sucks that they like to eat each other for no good reason. Medical team, are you on the way? Where are you? Medical team? Where's my med team? Medicating? Okay, yeah, allegedly... Are they actually there? Oh yeah, they're down here. I was thinking this was the hatchery, not this. So I was looking at the wrong spot on the map. Okay, they're good. Are you part of the herd still? Yes. Alright, Attenborosaurus. Almost certainly... I'm pretty confident we gotta purge most of these guys. I don't think there's any chance that Lagoon supports 5. But we'll check.
This dinosaur, the Attenborosaurus, is named after the famed naturalist and documentarian David Attenborough. I guess you could say dinosaurs run in his family.
Ha ha ha. Meta reference. That's fine. We have a meta reference in each of the games. So these skins are really hard to actually look at. I think the little specks on the flipper are a thing. But when they're breaching like this, it's pretty easy to see the stripes on the back. Yeah, so it's the flipper and then the stripes. Svalbard Pelophylax, Svalbard Pulkarana. Can we see you from above? We can if we do this. Yeah, so that one's yellow. I mean, these skins are just not terribly distinctive, but that's fine. Svalbard Blank is just going to be a big gray boy. Svalbard Rana is green stripes. Pulkarana, again, it stuck us underneath them, so we can't get a good look. Yellow. Rana, Pulkarana, Pilo, Pulka. Yeah, so 2 Pulkaranas. Okay, so those are the Attens. We'll let them fan out here and expand their territory. But, yeah, I mean, the open space need right now is at 20%. Honestly, we can say without a doubt this isn't going to work. So let's start darting some of these guys. We also need 2 fish, which is bad. Are they all just tolerant? I think they all just are tolerant. Okay, so let's get rid of 3, because that's the blank. Pulkarana, Pilo, Pulkarana. 2, 3, and 5 to begin with. No, 3 and 5, not 2. At 5. 3 should be over here somewhere. At 3. Which is somehow there. Is that actually... Yeah, that is at 3. It is cool seeing them on the water surface like this. That's neat. Less so when they're like actively... Flippers are clipping out of the water in a way that looks unnatural. But this is good right now. It was just when he turned that it was a little weird with his flipper looking like it was swimming in the air for a second. Yeah, it's cool when they surface and unsurface. That's good stuff. And the Plesies don't care. They're perfectly happy. So just a matter of getting the Attenboros settled. And down to 1 fish feeder. I mean, I could easily put in a second fish feeder, but like, why bother?
En route to collect the asset.
Alright, so we'll get this exhibit stable, and then that'll be the completed build.
Asset collection request received.
Alright, at this point they have the whole territory. Open space is 44%, so that should be 2. So let's go ahead and sedate a third straight away. That's a Plesiosaur. Where are you? Their icons are very similar. Their icons are very, very similar. Well, we can wait for the 2 to get hauled while we decide which one to get rid of. Svalbard Pulkarana is yellow, kind of gasoline colored. That's the blank. The Rana is this green, which is very subtle. And the Pilo is more of the aqua, which is pretty cool. I'm thinking it's actually like the, probably the Rana one that goes. Is the most boring looking one. Yeah, because that color is a little subtle and the flippers look a little like sun damage or something. Alright, let's clear you out. I also like these guys to stop missing fish, like, really soon. Okay, there we go. That's got to be the fish ticking over it. Yep. Okay, they're comfortable. What's their pop requirement? Probably not many. The aquatics seem to be pretty chill. Yeah. Like 1 or 2, maybe? Why are the Wuerhosauruses suddenly just fighting each other constantly? It must be because the alpha died. Which sucks. Because now they're just going to keep fighting. Like forever and ever and always. And eternally. Never not fighting. Comfort 98%. Mamenchis. We got rid of a whole ass Mamenchisaurus and you still can't like consistently keep yourself happy. Like, why? Chill out, my dudes. We got good margins on the other herds here, especially since a Wuerhosaurus died. So, it's not a concern. Oh, yeah, it'd be a good idea to keep a check on this, too. Because it's been a while now.
Asset has been collected.
That was not the last one, was it? No, that was. Okay, so that's... Wait, are we really down to 2? I think we are. And they're still not happy. Yeah, we're down to 2. This one still might be counting against them a little bit, but... Alright, we're going to drop it to 1 Atten. Population 2, 95% perfect. They're almost good. The Euplos are fighting. Alright, well let's arbitrarily capture one of these. Actually, hold on. What is their population? If their pop is 2, it's not going to work at all, no matter what we do. If the pop is 1, we can have a single Attenborough in the park. Probably that's fine. Social group is listed as 3 to 1. What the fuck does that mean? Ideal population 0 to 3, 0 to 15 though. I think we can have a solitary one. So yeah, we'll see if we can host 1 Attenborosaurus in this 4-tile lagoon. Honestly, that feels like rubbish. 4 tiles for a single Atten? What is your appeal? 500 appeal though. Still feels a bit shit. Infected wound, we can cure that. We already have that handled. Cause injury. Medical team, where is my... How are you at the base? If I clicked on the thing. Tell me that. Tell me how that works. That might be a bugged Maaradactylus. Nope, he's good. Rangers, what are you doing? Can we, like, status check these guys? Because a bunch of these dudes have, like, no status data. And I'd like to make sure that they're still good. I'd really appreciate it. There's the infected wound dealt with. I think we treated the injury but not the infected wound, which is weird. It's a thing that happens, but... Keep doing some status checks. Come on, guys. That's a corpse. Right. Pause. Hunted down by a Mara. Like, a Mara hunted by a Mara again. You know what? It might have been... The other time we had this happen in a park, it might also have been Maaradactylus. This might be a weird Maaradactylus thing. Weird, for sure. Yeah, so their comfort's good. Cearadactylus is good. Maaradactylus is good. Tropeognathus is good. Yeah, it's a stable aviary, other than the fact that they spontaneously drop dead randomly. Alright, get rid of that Atten. 105% appeal. Comfort 96. 99, 100%. Yep, okay. So 1 Attenborough takes up 4 tiles and can cohabit the Plesies, I think. So far, so good. They haven't killed each other yet. Doesn't mean they won't ever kill each other, but it might take... Like, we had, what was... In Arizona, we had ichthyes that we started with, and then we were going to replace the ichthyes with a larger one, and so we gave it the ichthyes to eat. We just released it in with the ichthyes under the assumption it would eat them all, and even by the end of the run, it had eaten like 2 out of 5 or something. So it seems to me that even if the aquatics don't live together, they don't seem to fight very often. Which means you can kind of cheese it if it's your thing, and stack a few different species together in a lagoon, and probably just keep them going with minimal effort. But this, I think this is stable. I think the Attenborough actually can live safely with the Plesies. We know the Elasmo can because we did an Elasmo Plesiosaur enclosure with like 3 Plesies and 2 Elasmos. That was probably like a 3-tile lagoon. And we know that lasted pretty stably for, I think, the entire run. I think we never had an issue with them. But I think they actually like each other. They like each other. They send each other notes. Dislikes marine small. I think the Elasmo likes Plesi, maybe? That might be the case. What about the Atten? Likes marine small, dislikes marine medium. Plesi is marine small. Yeah. So maybe that's it. Is that it's like the smalls versus the mediums. So you could basically have any medium Plesiosaur or Plesiosaur in with Plesiosaurus itself because it's a small and those are like mediums. And then maybe the mosasaurs like Chronosaurus and Tylosaurus and Mosasaurus are more carnivorous and they'll actively eat these guys. I bet you could put Ichthy in with Attenborosaurus. It'd probably be fine. Let's look up Ichthyosaurus real quick. We're going to end this episode in the series pretty soon. And pretty soon I mean like mere minutes. But we can look this information up real quick. Yeah, so Ichthyosaurus actively dislikes Plesiosaurus. It's flagged as liked by Attenborosaurus on the database. So that's what it is. Yeah, Attenborosaurus dislikes Elasmo and Leoplerodon because they're mediums. It likes Ichthy and Plesi because they're small. Okay. Yes, that's what it is. So yeah, you can, I think that is it's size. Size and potentially the large ones will eat the small ones. But it looks like one medium and one small. You can probably assume that's how lagoons work for sure. Okay, well, who's dying? Why are you dying? What's your problem? Are you bugged? You are probably terminally injured. Let's get this guy going to a medical facility before we end the series, because if we end the run here, he'll die in the save file offline, right? Because this is like, you know, real life, and even though we're not watching it, he could die. Internal bleeding is absolutely, yeah. Gotta leave these saves in a nice, stable arrangement, just so you don't feel like a bad person, you know? Dooming your little dinosaurs here to a life of pain and agony, just because you didn't take care of them properly. Well, anyway, there's the full overview of the park as we wrap up here. That was a pretty interesting build. A little more time spent working on fences than I'd like, which you don't really see in these episodes because I cut that out. But there's a lot of fiddling around with like fences. So I don't expect me to do another replica build like this anytime soon. I might do a Jurassic Park recreation at some point, but I also let's talk about that. That's something everybody does, which is part of the reason I'm not terribly interested in doing a Jurassic Park recreation. The other reason I'm not terribly interested in doing it is because of Frontier's absolute insistence of never putting goddamn Cearadactylus in these games. It's the last species missing from the original Jurassic Park in the film. And we didn't get it in the first game. We got Wuerhosaurus, Proceratosaurus that came in DLCs. They give us everything except for fucking Cearadactylus. And then in this game, they go ahead and actually give us a Coelophysid finally. And it's Coelophysis, which is cool. I love Coelophysis. It's also a Kenner reference, which is fantastic. It's in the toy line. But I want Cearadactylus more than I want Coelophysis. And I'm such a finicky person that it feels wrong to me to just sub Celo in for Cegi. I want Cegi as its own thing. So part of my thought process is kind of wanting to hold out to do a Jurassic Park build until they actually formally add Cegi. Which, to be honest, I think there's a good chance it just never happens. Which is frustrating. I hope it does. But the first DLC pack we got for JWE2 was entirely a new species with no foundation in canon. Minmi, Wuerhosaurus, like they show up in some other games and stuff, but they got no foundation in the novel or the movie series. So in that sense, they were kind of disappointing. Because I'd like to see Teratophonius. I'd like to see Peloroplites, Segisaurus, Microceratus. We're gonna get eventually for sure. Are you done? Yeah, let's get you out here. Get out there. Go. Okay. But yeah, we'll see Microceratus for sure. So at least that one will get checked off my list. And if we don't see Microceratus, it's legitimately going to be mind-boggling and confusing. Because the legacy of that creature is huge for the franchise. Because it's a novel creature and a film creature. Because it's in Jurassic World. Not like in the film Jurassic World, but in the park. The Jurassic World Park has that creature in it. You can, assert your territory out there, bud. There you go. There you go. Okay. Well, that park is done. I have the plan for the next build. It's going to be an interesting, nostalgic trip, I think. It's also going to have a fun little twist on our usual formula for dinosaur selection. So feel free to speculate on that over the weekend. I think we'll start that on Monday. So yeah, until then.